My name is Aries and I'm your celestial goddess of chaos. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be doing a Q&A session where I answer your guys' questions. So if you'd like to learn more, please keep watching. Our first question is, what made you want to be a VTuber? Honestly, that's a fantastic question. And in order for me to answer your question, I have to go all the way back to the very beginning of my content creation. So when I decided that I wanted to stream and I wanted to create content, I had a decision to make. I needed to decide if I was going to have a representation for myself or if I was going to do an IRL cam. And due to personal issues in my life, I had decided that a model would be my very best bet. And so what I did, because I was trying to be cost effective, because I had no idea if it was going to work out, if things were going to take off, or if I was going to flop, the easiest way to go was the PNG, which is essentially a stationary image that you can make move very minimally with a program. And that's what I went with. And so I had my very first PNG when I started, and it was customized, and it is very closely related to what you guys see here. This is obviously just a more updated version of that. And also done by a different artist. So if you would like to see what my original PNG looked like, there is a video here on YouTube that does show what my old model looks like. I believe I posted my very first ever live stream, the VOD of that here, so you guys can see that to see what I look like. And I do believe that I do have some shorts that also have my old model in it, because this model is only about a year old, and it's not even a year yet. It will be a year in like a month and a half. So that's where I started. And then sometime around November of 2024, things had started to pick up for me. I started seeing growth. People wanted my content. People wanted to see me. I saw a growth, and I had to make a decision if I was going to continue to take this seriously, or if I was just going to keep it as a hobby. And I saw for me that I was going somewhere, that I had traction, that people wanted to join my community and wanted to get to know me and chose to spend their time with me. And I was like, okay, well, how can I improve the experience for the people that are watching me? Because at the end of the day, as a content creator, I know that my job is to entertain, right? And so I wanted to learn, and I wanted to figure out how would be the best way for me to continue to engage my community and to continue to entertain you guys and elevate that to the next level. And so for me, the natural progression was to be a VTuber, because that is the next step from a PNG. And so I talked to my artist, Lilith Rose, and I was like, hey, I would like to have an updated model done. Could you design it for me? And at this point, she had only just designed my emotes and nothing else, but I loved her artwork so much that I was like, you know what? I want you to design my next model. I want you to do my next iteration of what I look like. And she's like, you know what? Okay, done. And so she worked on it really hard. And then when I got it back, I was in love. I fell in love with it. And so then I was like, okay, let's see if we can get this turned into a VTuber. And what they don't tell you is that making a VTuber is a very involved process. There's lots of layers and all kinds of stuff in order for that to work the way that it's supposed to. And I didn't know that because I was new to this and I had no help. It was just me trying to figure this out on my own. And so I had to ask questions. We kind of hit a bit of a wall in that we needed to have everything redrawn so that it could be rigged to work. And that was a little sad because I knew that the artist wasn't going to give me, the new artist wasn't going to give me exactly what my artist gave me, but I knew that it was going to be very close to it. And that's essentially what I said. So when I reached out to the person who made my current model that you see here, I was like, I need this to be as close as possible to what I'm giving you. And I gave them the reference for everything. And then they did a phenomenal job, and we have the model that I have here. And I didn't unveil this model until April of 2025 for my birthday stream, where I was like, you know what? I want to show my chat how much I appreciate them, and I want to give them a better experience. And what better way than to introduce a new model and keep things going? So I unveiled this model that you see here, your chaotic goddess, your Uwu Reaper, and here we are. So to answer the question more simply, what made me want to be a VTuber? It was the next step progressionally for me as someone who started as a PNG. Okay, everybody, that's going to do it for me. Thank you guys so much for coming to my first Q&A, where I only answered one question, but it was a very deep and thoughtful question. And I hope you guys enjoyed my deep and thoughtful answer. And if you have any more questions, please leave them down below. And if you want to join the Uwu Squad community, I will leave the link for my Discord below, where there is a section for you guys to ask me more questions. And if you don't feel comfortable doing Discord, please leave your questions in the comments and maybe I'll answer your question next. Again, thank you guys so much for listening to me and being here. And if you liked any of what I had to say, or if you want to get to know more about me, or if you want to see more of my content, please consider hitting the subscribe button down below. I will also have the links to all of my socials and everywhere that you can find me. And I hope to see you guys not only here on YouTube, but also on Twitch, where I stream mostly. So if you want to get the full Aries Goddess chaotic Uwu Reaper experience, please consider checking me on my Twitch. And like I end my streams, I will leave you with this. As always, I'm Aries. I'm your Celestial Goddess of Chaos. And I will see you wonderful, beautiful souls next time. Okay, bye. La Bear, bye.